Hello, I don't know if you guys remember us, but welcome back to the Sideshow. My name is Mingo.
This is Tony.
And Sebastian had to work tonight, so he will not be joining us. But he does want to say hello and tell you guys that he loves you. Man, I'm sorry for the long hiatus. We're back with Season 3, Episode 1. Got to make it sound legit, you know what I mean? Man, so many things just overcame the show, and we weren't able to do some things for you. But we're back, and we've got a lot of stories to tell you about since we've been gone. Tony, how you been while you were gone? Everything, a lot of stories, everything good?
Everything's good. How you been?
Good, man. Health-wise, I feel okay. My leg's still numb now and again, but doing okay. Doing okay.
Good.
You doing health good? Everything good that way?
Yeah, everything's pretty decent. It's funny how I wasn't dieting or anything.
Right.
You know, I do. My appetite has not been what it used to be. You know, I eat small portions and stuff.
Right.
But I still have a very big sweet tooth, so that's what kills me. But during our hiatus and my traveling, like I was doing like 3 to 4 work day weeks.
Okay.
Instead of 5. And when I do my 5, I actually take lunch like 3 of the 5 days instead of eating out all the time.
Okay.
But I wasn't doing that because it was like they were short weeks. So I didn't bother to pack lunch, da-da-da. And then traveling, like I used to rock to 2XL shirts.
Okay.
Well, I had gotten down to XL.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah. But now they're starting to feel a little snug. And I'm like, it's just funny how, you know, generally it used to just happen. Like you go from one size to the other. Right. And then you get rid of those clothes, the big clothes, but then it's like, damn, you got to get them right back.
Right. Hey, can I get that back?
Yeah. But I'm at the point to where now I'm feeling like, I'm starting to go back.
Oh, shit.
So now I got to start watching what I eat again.
So, and what's funny is, like, I mean, the job you do is very, you're very active, right? So it's not like you're just standing there looking at a pool saying, clean.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you're out in the fucking heat and you're moving all day long, right? But once your body gets used to that activity, you got to push harder.
Yes.
For it to take effect, right? Yeah. Oh, that's gotta suck, dude. I haven't pushed hard at all. Like the other day, I ain't gonna lie. The other day, I went to put my shoe on. I bent over too long. I almost passed out. I was like, "Oh, fuck this shit, dude! I can't do this shit. I got to do something about this shit. Is crazy." Now I know we've real quick. I'm gonna hit this real quick, and I don't know why it brought me up to this, but we had talked about something one time off the air, so I hope you're okay with me bringing this up, and if not, we'll erase it.
Well, you could have just told me ahead of time.
Yeah, I just didn't think about it till right now. You remember we had talked about because I know I've had them off and on hemorrhoids. We all get them at this age, right? Like it's no fucking secret. Everybody probably had them. So, dude, there was this ad on Facebook for this shit called Hems. And this doctor created this pill. They're vitamins, so they're all natural. He says you take 1 in the morning, 2 at night, and finish the bottle, and you won't have them anymore. He says what it does is it reduces the swelling in the veins, thickens them back up, and they're gone. Bro, if you're struggling with hemorrhoids, and you have problems, dude, find these pills. They're called Hems.
You've tried them?
Bro, hem-free.
Okay, hold on. Time out. Do you have hemorrhoids, and then that's why you take the pills?
Yes. I had them at a flare-up.
Okay, so you take them during a flare-up.
That's best when you take. Well, that's probably the best when you should take them to avoid all the itching and the burning and whatever else. You know what I mean? So I took them, and at first, the heat was a little more intense than normal. Just the first or second day. After that, I was fine. Dude, by the 3rd or 4th day, fucking gone, bro. Didn't have a problem at all. Finished the bottle. Haven't had any issues.
So can you have a flare up again in the future?
I don't know. I'll let you know if it happens. But as of right now, sphincter is fantastic.
How many days usually would it last for you?
I think it...
Because doesn't it only last like 5 days?
No, because I'm heavy. So mine probably lasted a little bit longer than that. But, and then they have, because you get now we're going to get way too into the personal shit. But, because you have some, and then you have the ones that are blood filled that sit there a little bit longer and that can develop polyps and all that bullshit. So I had the ones that would stick around a little bit longer.
Okay.
And when you use like Tux or the creams or whatever, it's just to reduce the swelling. It doesn't do anything to repair them. And this stuff is supposed to repair them. Because I'm telling you, within a couple of days, I didn't have any problems.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you take the pills?
Just by mouth. Yeah, I would. If it was a suppository, fuck that. I already told you that shit. But like putting fucking chapstick on a cow, I'm good, bro. Nah, I'm good. Thanks on that shit, though. So, for those of you that listened to the show before we went on our hiatus, I was having trouble with the, what is it, like the general bathroom? What would you call that?
The guest bathroom.
The guest bathroom. So.
The way you tried to stalk the female plumber?
Yeah. So this girl that came, she was like early 20s, real thin, kind of looked like fucking Pippi Longstocking, like just a real thin, not somebody you would think. She's a fucking plumber. So I was like, what the fuck made you want to be a plumber? But I forget how big I am. And I'm standing in the doorway of the bathroom while she's inside the bathroom trying to fix whatever the problem is. So Sebastian was laughing, Dad, you need to fucking leave her alone. Right. Like you're locking her in the bathroom, right? And didn't even think about it. But anyways, so I had the issue. She says, oh, well, we're going to have to call your insurance to see, your warranty company to see if they're going to cover it. We got to go in through the backside. I said, well, if you're going through the backside, you're going to go in through my fucking kitchen cabinets. I said, there's no way. I said, you just have to, cut it open a little bit and put that fucking beauty ring. Well, we have to call and see what they'll cover or whatnot. All right, fuck, go ahead. So she said, somebody will call you on Monday. Well, nobody called me. So I waited till like Wednesday or Thursday when I had a day off. I called. Oh, wow. Well, there's no notes on the account. Let me call and find out. Let me see if I can get a hold of her, and I'll call you back. All right.
Now, this is the plumbing company.
This is the plumbing company that I'm calling. So they didn't call me back. So then I got a call again from them, or I called them again. This is the third time that I called them since that girl had been out, and I gave them a couple weeks to hear back from my insurance company in the beginning, or my warranty company from the beginning, and they didn't get in contact with them or whatever. They had no answers. So, we can, they said that it would be about 2 weeks for us to get the stuff. It's been approved, blah, 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 blah. All right, cool. So they set up a day to come out. So the day they were supposed to come out, the day that they set it up for them to come out, I had called. Well, I don't have any notes here from anybody on the account. I said, what do you mean? I said, somebody last week just said, oh, yeah, the parts are on order. They should be here within 10 days. Now you're telling me there's no information on it? Well, see, sir, I'm not the one that normally handles this stuff. She's off. She'll be here tomorrow. Can she call you tomorrow? I said, I don't know. Can she? You guys have told me you guys were going to call me back, and nobody ever fucking calls me. But I'll tell you what, I'll give it till noon tomorrow, and if she doesn't call, I'll call. So sure enough, 1 o'clock, I had to call. She hadn't called me. So I called her, and she says, oh, well, I just got here, and nobody's told me anything about it. I said, all right, well, let's figure out what we can do. Oh, well, that girl, she's out of the other office, out of Riverside office. So she didn't put in any information. Let me call her to find out. In the meantime, let me make an appointment to have it come out and fix it. And then we'll make sure that we have everything in order for that day. All right, fine. So that they had it scheduled from like between 8 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon to come.
Hate that.
Right? It's a stupid fucking window, right? Come on. So anyways, I'm waiting. Nothing. 2:00 comes along. I get a call from my warranty company. She said, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know that, this is what we got from your company, from the company that's working on it." I told her, I said, "By the way, before you go any further, this is the worst company that you could have ever sent out my way." Said, "Here's what's happened. These were the phone calls that I've made to them. Here's the issues that I've had. Nobody's gotten back to me. I had a scheduled maintenance today between 8 and 3. I said, it's 1:00 and nobody's here." I said, "Wait a minute, you had somebody coming out today?" "Yeah, there was somebody sending somebody. I don't know why they weren't approved yet." So, well, they said they were going to schedule it and that they were going to have it approved by the time somebody comes out. She said, "All right." She said, "Hold on just a second." So she calls them. And then about 10, 15 minutes, call me, right? "Okay, I just got off the phone with them. I let them know everything that you're approved for, how it's going to work. And then they promise somebody will be there by 3. 3:10, somebody shows up, right? Goes into the bathroom. He says, "So what's going on? I don't have any notes on anything. I don't know what's happening." I said, "You don't have anything. You have no idea what's going on." He said, "Well, no, the girl that came works out of a different office. I'm just here to diagnose and figure it out." I said, "Well, you're going to tell me the same shit she did, because you gotta fix the faucet, I guess, or the handles and all that shit that's in the guest bathroom." She told me that we'd have to go through the kitchen, the backside of it, which is going to be the kitchen cabinets, and you're not going to do that. I told you you'll probably just have to cut a bigger hole and use a beauty ring." "Yeah, you're probably right." "I know. What are we going to do?" "Well, I don't have any of that stuff with me. I wasn't approved to get it yet." I said, "Well, you better get on the phone, because my insurance company, my warranty company called me already and was on the phone with your company with me on the line telling them that you were approved." "Oh, really?" So then he tries calling the office and nobody answers. He says, "Oh yeah, it's about that. They're probably already on their way home." He said, "Listen," he says, "I'll go back and I'll write all this up and I'll call you in the morning." "You're going to call me in the morning?" "Yeah." I said, "I don't think you will, but okay. We'll leave it at that." So sure enough, I was able to get to work without a phone call. I don't go until 10:45.
Right.
So they had to have been there at least almost 3 hours by then, right? So I get to work. I waited till 2:00 and I called. I said, "So what's the deal?" I said, you guys have been putting me off and putting me off. You sent somebody to my house yesterday. He said he was going to call me back this morning. I says, and here it is, 2:00, and I'm calling again. What are we going to do to get this fixed? This is ridiculous already. "Well, we can come out tomorrow." "No, you're going to come on a Saturday when I'm off." I said, "Because I can't call in sick during the week for you guys to come out and not do shit." I said, "So you guys are going to come and fix it on a Saturday?" "Well, we're not open on a Saturday." "I'm not asking you to be open on Saturday. I'm telling you, you need to send somebody out on Saturday, because I waited for you to come out and do a job on a appointment that you gave me, that somebody was going to come fix it, and they didn't. So now you'll be coming on a Saturday to fix what you guys should have done last time." "Well, we normally don't do that." "Well, I normally don't take days off to wait for a company that doesn't show up and fix anything." "Okay, sir, we'll be there this Saturday. We'll be there between this hour and this hour, and we'll make sure we get it taken care of." "All right. And what was your name?" "Okay, thank you." So my insurance company, I called them right after that. "Hey, so this is what happened. This is where we are. This is what's going to happen." I says, I would suggest that you don't use this company for anybody else. It's absolutely ridiculous. So she took my information and she called me back within the hour. She said, "Okay, I just confirmed with them that they're going to be coming out and they're doing that. They understand what you have to pay. They know what they have to pay. They know what they have to come fix, what they need to bring to fix it, and they'll get you taken care of this Saturday." They normally apparently aren't open on Saturdays and blah. I don't care. I normally work on the day that they had to come. And no, Mr. Lopez, I wasn't. You're fine. You're okay. All right, good. And she says, "By the way, we're gonna go ahead and drop them as well. This will be the last. You'll be the last customer they work on." Okay, cool. So sure enough, the dude showed up on Saturday, in and out within 2 hours.
Really?
Yep. He said, yeah, man, I had to work on a Saturday. I said, well, yeah, you didn't work on Thursday when you came, so. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a shit. I'm done with it now. Like, what do you want me to do? You know what I mean? You get paid to come out and do this shit. We pay you to have you come out and be a part of it, right? Like, you should be on your P's and Q's. Somebody needs to get a hold of that company and hey, let me come in and run that motherfucker for you and set some shit up right. You know what I mean? So... But everything works good in the bathroom now. Kids can take a shower. We did a few things in there. So, man, what a fucking hoopla, though.
So it wasn't usable for this entire time?
No, it was. It was just dripping. It was dripping water.
Oh.
So after, that can get costly. It dripping like that. So I was just like, yeah, no, fuck that. I got to fill the pool every other day, right? I was just like, well, fuck you. I don't need a drippy faucet, too. Shit. I'm good.
So what else you been doing for the last 2 months?
Fuck, man, just working and trying to get my shit together with that. Working around in the house, doing shit with the kids, trying to get them squared away, helping my sister still move out of her old house into the new one. She's still moving because that house that she was in was so massive, bro. It was like... I think it was like a 4,500 square foot home.
Damn.
Yeah, she had a big house, bro. It's a big house. And then she moved into like a 1,500 square foot house. So she's got a full house in the garage that she still hasn't gotten to. And then all the shit that she's got in the house that she's been trying to put away and do all that. And, because my parents were living with her. So she's like, hey, who wants dad's toolboxes? Who wants this? Who wants that? And we're trying to, split it up without stepping on anybody's toes. And I mean, I'm supposed to take one of the what do you call it? But I got to clean out my garage too. Like my garage is a mess. Because every time I fucking tell the kids, hey, go put that in the garage, they think that means open the door between the house and the garage and throw it in about 6 inches. So when you try to go out and get into the garage from the house, you can't because there's just piles of different things you've asked them to put in the garage. So... they're going to have to take 2 days. They're going to have to take a day off together. And we're all going to go in there and be like, all right, time to fucking organize this shit. I'm done with this shit.
Yeah, my garage is a mess too, as always.
I thought you were doing shit to get it all straightened out. And I decided I'm going to go Milwaukee this. And what happened?
Still working on it. Yeah, my car doesn't even fit in there right now.
Really?
Yeah. My old lady's pissed. She actually said she's going to work on it this coming Monday, I think. I did some work to the house. Like, I was doing the fireplace in the bedroom, stuff like that. Well, some of the stuff that I wasn't going to use, like the dining room chandelier any longer because I installed a fan in its place.
Oh, nice.
That's in the garage, just sitting there with the pole.
Why don't you just put it out on the curb? That's what we do. Well, dude, I'll put I got to get rid of one of these orange chairs that I have in here. I have 3. There's only supposed to be 2 in there. But I got to hang up the TV first. So once I hang up the TV, I'm going to put that chair out. It'll last about 45 minutes out there. Somebody come get it.
Yeah. It's one of those things that, I feel like I should ask, anybody want this? And half the time I get a no anyways. Like our bedroom set, nobody wanted it, which kind of surprised me, to be honest with you. The one person that wanted it, it wouldn't fit in their room because it's like a California King and it's got all this big stuff. So we wound up giving it away to someone that she works with.
Oh, wow.
But I was just taken aback that, I was like, nah, I'm good. Everybody was like, I'm good. I was like, damn, really?
Wow.
Okay. So again, it's just, I got this stuff that came down and we just put it in the garage.
So do you do that over like sentimental value, or is it just that you want to see if you can help somebody out?
Yeah, because it's one of those things that I've paid good money for it,
right? And
it's still worth good money.
All right, but hold on. How long have you had it?
For example, this particular chandelier, it's not a chandelier per se. It's not like, it looks like candles. But what it is, it's one of those fans It's more like for lack of a better description, it looks like a tire where the light is on the outside of the tire, and then in the center there's a small fan.
Okay. I kind of get what you're looking at, yeah.
So I got that maybe 4 years ago because my son was doing homework in the dining room.
And you wanted him to stay cool.
Yeah, stuff like that.
4 years, what'd you pay? A couple $100 for it? $250, $300?
$400 maybe.
God damn. That's $100 a year.
Yeah.
Kid graduated school. He's got a fucking great job. You got your fucking money's worth. Put that shit on the curb and let somebody come get it.
I know. Okay, I'll give you another example. You know what can lights are, right?
Yes.
Okay, you put them in and then you put a trim over it.
Right.
And it's flush with the ceiling.
Correct.
Okay. I installed 12 can lights in my house.
Were they like, so like, did you already have can lights to the house, or did you add these were different?
I added them in the room that I did not have them in.
Okay. Did you do LED ones?
The bulbs are LED.
Okay.
Well, it's good question. Because what I did was I went through a company that just specializes in fixtures and stuff like that.
Okay.
So my electrician, original electrician, sent me a link to it because I told him I wanted to install it. I was having a hard time finding them. So he sent me a link. He's like, hey, use this store. They're good. The prices are reasonable. So I was like, cool. I ordered 12 of them with 12 trims. We installed 4 of them. I went to screw in the lights, and they were the LED type, the new ones where you just get a flat bulb. It's like a disc.
Yeah.
And it's got like an automotive clip.
Right.
And I don't want that. I want them because it shares a room with the kitchen. Like, let's say the back living room shares the room with the kitchen.
Okay.
The kitchen already has the traditional bulbs.
Okay.
Well, they're LED, but they're the traditional style.
Right.
You screw them in. Well, I want them to match. I don't want these lights to look different from the ones in the kitchen.
But you bought 12 of them.
Well, because one's going in the dining, 4 of them going into the dining room, and then another 4 of them going to my other living room.
Okay.
My TV room, if you will.
Okay.
Well, I want them to all look the same. So when a bulb goes out, I'm not trying to figure out, okay,
yeah, but 8 and 8 is, or 4 and 4 is 8. You still got 4 left.
I bought 12, yeah. We only did the first living room.
Okay.
And then I went to install them.
Okay.
And I found out they're the wrong ones.
Wow.
Okay. So I called my buddy, and he was like, oh, bro, I'm sorry. I just sent you like the first link I saw. I assumed, and I don't know why he got this assumption, that I would have looked further into it and found the ones that I really wanted. Because my ceilings are arched, so they're like at an angle.
Right.
So he was just like, I was just showing you this company. Anyways, he looked further. He goes, these are the ones that you want. These are the type you already have in your house. Cool. Just call the place and say, hey, this is what I got going. I need to return these 8 that I didn't install. I need to purchase 12 of these type. Because I can't return the ones that are already installed.
Right.
So the lady was really nice, and we're just chopping it up while she's doing the paperwork, and she says, what are you going to do with the 4 you already installed? I was like, I'm probably just going to throw them out. She goes, oh, what a shame. You know, maybe you could take them to like an Angel View or something and, you know, donate them. I was like, you know what? You're right. That's a pretty good idea. Nothing wrong with that. I got the 4 with the trim.
Right.
Well, I just haven't taken them to Angel View yet. And like you said, if I left them on the corner, sure, somebody probably come and pick them up.
Yeah.
But still, it's like, I feel bad. I would like to know that they're going to somewhere where they could be used properly.
Well, if somebody's picking them up, they're going to be used.
No, if somebody picks them up, they can just take them to their house, and next time they have a garage sale, they'll sell them. I could do that. But I'm not going to do that.
But you won't. So you're back to put them on the curb, dog. Fuck.
And then with the remodel, we also replaced 2 TVs, one in my master bedroom and one in the backyard.
Okay.
So now I got to figure out what I'm gonna do with these TVs. I got one that my cousin wants for his backyard.
Okay.
So I still got another one. It's a flat screen. It's a perfectly good Vizio, but it's not a smart TV because it's 15 years old or 10 years old. Still a good TV. You hook up a Roku box to it and you're good.
Yeah.
So I hate to just throw that on the curb. Maybe somebody that I know could use it.
Ain't none of the boys' kids gonna be going to. They probably already got.
Well,
TVs,
the thing
right?
is, I got to put it out there. I haven't even made an attempt to say, like, take a picture of it. Anybody want this? Because I'm gun shy because of what happened with my bedroom set. I put it out there. Everybody's like, no, I'm good.
Well, but they wanted it. It was just too big for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You rolled too big, Tony. Like, what? That's fucking hilarious. The TVs, I think, will go faster. Although,
I offered them to my brother and sister-in-law because they were looking for a TV for one of their extra bedrooms.
but they want a smart one,
Yeah.
and they don't want to have to buy anything extra.
They don't want to get a Roku box.
Yeah, I get it.
So I got turned down. So now I'm gun shy. So anybody out there listening, if you want a TV, just hit me up tomorrow.
You can go to Mingo's Madhouse at yahoo.com. You can go to, Madhouse Sideshow on Instagram or on Facebook.
I got a nice Vizio. It was in my room. It works great. But, we just decided to get a bigger TV, and now they're all smart TVs, so that's all.
Did you ever figure out the problem that you had with the TV? Tony was mad because when you get it's a Roku TV, right? Is that what you got? It's a TCL, whatever the fuck it is.
No, it's a Samsung.
It's a Samsung, but it's got Roku, like when you first turn it on.
Yes, that style. It's got all the apps and so forth.
So when you turn it on, whatever he was watching is in a small window on the corner.
Yeah, that shit still happens.
Really?
Pisses me off.
Yeah, it's never gonna go away. That's just a part of the process, bro.
And I get that. But, bro, why does it got to stay in that position so long? Like 45 seconds?
It won't let you hit the, because it's like a fucking computer.
Well,
It's got to turn on and load.
If I used the remote control that actually came for that TV, I think I could push the enter button and it'll make it bigger, I think. But because I'm using the DirecTV remote, I can't. I gotta wait. You know what I mean?
Right. So the DirecTV remote won't fully control your television, is what you're saying. It kind of does, but not
It
completely.
does. Like, it'll switch channels. It works the box. It doesn't work the TV, except for on and off and volume.
And why are you still paying for DirecTV? I thought we had this conversation.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Because I got to tell you, Tony, I got rid of all of my shit. I pay $99 a month for massive internet. And I watch Hulu. I watch Prime.
But you still pay for all that stuff.
Well, Prime I pay for anyways because I
same
have
here.
the subscription. Hulu, ESPN, and what's the other one? Disney, $19 a month. What are you paying for cable? Like $400?
Almost $3. $250 to $3.
Okay, so even if you saved yourself $60,
Don't get me. Okay, pat me on the back, kid. I called and canceled it yesterday.
did you really?
Yes.
Oh, congratulations, dog.
Dude, I'm telling you, these last 2 months, you're going to be proud of me, some of the shit that I did. Everyone's going to be proud of me. I mean, we'll go through all these different things, and you're going to be like, wow, you're really growing up.
So what? So you don't have DirecTV anymore. What channels are you, or what are you using?
Well, it's not canceled yet. It's canceled, but my statement is up on the 10th.
Okay, so that's
So
what
they
it's
said on the 10th, it's just not going to work anymore, and then you can pack it up and send it back to us. And they tried their hardest. So what channels do you mainly watch? Oh, it's like the basics, ABC, NBC, CBS, and then like the HBOs. Oh, well, we could do something with you. We can work with you on that. Oh, yeah.
I'll save you $8 right now.
You know what the funny thing is? My bill's like let's say $250. She's like, we can bring it down to 150. I was like, yeah, that's not enough. If you could somewhere around the $75 range. And she was like, nah, not with what you want. We can't do that.
Wow. So I could get you like HBO. Well, you know what's funny is I shut the shit off, right? And I come home and I got laundry to do. I got to feed the kids. Got to do whatever it is that we're doing, right? Whatever's going on. And I kept forgetting that I had to take the fucking boxes back. So I had the 2 boxes and I had 2 remote controls.
Is this DirecTV?
No, this is for Spectrum.
Okay.
And they said, hey, you got to make sure you bring that back so that they don't charge you for it, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, fuck. And then they sent this, hey, we noticed that you haven't brought the boxes back. Would it be easier if somebody came by and picked them up? Blah, blah, blah. Respond to this text and we'll send somebody by the house. Somebody will call you and set up best time to pick them up. So I'm like, well, fuck yeah, that's great. So yes, please. Nobody ever fucking called me. And then one day I'm sitting there and I was like, oh, my Spectrum bill's coming up. Oh, shit, I still have the boxes. Nobody came to pick them up. Fuck, and it was a Saturday when I was off. And I was like, all right, cool. I'll just take them back. Cool. Me being the dickhead that I am, never stopped to confirm that the office that I wanted to take them back was still there.
Still there?
Yeah. So, it was still open.
Right.
So I drove all the way to Palm Desert, across from, Tuesdays and Michael's, right there?
Yes, yeah.
Because there used to be a Spectrum office there.
A small one.
Not fucking there.
Well, isn't it right here?
Yeah, it's right over the fucking freeway.
Yeah, by Chick-fil-A.
And when I pulled in and I saw it, I said, that motherfucker's by Chick-fil-A now. I was like, God damn it.
You know how else they try to get me? They said, well, Mr. Pacheco, we could put you on a vacation hold. I said, well, what's a vacation hold? This sounds interesting.
Right?
She goes, for whatever length of time you want. You could keep the equipment. We won't charge you. And then when that time is up, we'll resume, giving you service. And I was like, okay. Because if I don't like it, if I don't like the new way I'm watching TV,
right,
it might work out that now I don't have to wait for equipment again. And I started thinking about it. I was like, well, hold on. Will you automatically just resume it, not let me know? You know what I mean? Because all of a sudden now I'm getting a bill and I didn't even realize I got DirecTV again.
Yeah, because $250 ain't no chunk change.
So she was like, well, we'll send you an email letting you know that, hey, next month, your DirecTV is being resumed.
Right.
If you would like to continue your vacation hold, let us know. If not, just know that it's resuming. And I was like, so I'll get an email. So I'm really starting to think about it. But then I was like, you know what? No, forget it. I just gotta bite the bullet.
Yeah, because you'll see that email and be like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you get a bill and be like, what the? Oh yeah, damn. Mm-hmm.
Because I'll be honest with you, I hadn't paid my DirecTV bill. I missed a month. Because of all the things that I've been doing.
Right.
And my bill came in, they're like $502 I owed. And I was like, damn. And I ain't even watched TV.
Right, because you haven't been home.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I was like, yeah, it's time to cut the cord.
Well, I had something like that. I had a Target bill. I forgot that I had even put anything on the card, right? And I normally don't. But they had a sale on like detergent and shit like that, right? So I went and I bought it there. And I put it on the card because you get an extra 5% off. So I went and I did that, and I forgot I had it on there. They never sent me a, hey, you forgot to pay your bill, or you know what I mean, whatever, so that I wouldn't be 30 days past due. They let it go 30 days past due, right? They reported it to my credit. It knocked me down on one of them, 60 points.
Wow.
And then on another one, 112 points. Bro, that's the first fucking payment that I've missed with them since 1999. And they dropped it down. And then they not only did that, but they took my my limit from $3,000 down to $400. And I was like, hey, you guys are going to really screw up my shit, because if anybody else starts pulling my score, they're going to see, and everybody's going to panic, and they're going to fucking wipe out all my credit, right? So I called, and I was fucking livid. And, but I got them to reverse the fee, because it was the first time I had been late. So they reversed the fee for me. And then I asked them to resubmit it with the creditors to show that I wasn't 30 days late. And then to reinstate my balance, my limit. So I worked for that, goddammit. Put my $3,000. I've never spent more than $200 at Target. There's never been more than $200 on that card. But I want my $3,000 limit just in case I want to go ham at fucking Target. You know what I mean? And the kid was, oh, yes, sir. Oh, yes, Mr. Lopez, we do, blah, 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 blah. So it's only been a couple of days. They have reversed the fee. I haven't seen anything come through on my credit yet, but it probably won't be for another 30 days before I see that reversal on my credit, and then we'll see. He said it could take 2 weeks to a month for them to raise your limit back up if they decide to. I was like, well, if they don't, I'm going to close my card. Just know. Oh, don't, Mr. Lopez. Don't do that. Yep. Barking up the wrong tree, pal. I'm done with you guys.
Another reason why I decided to finally cut the cord for cable was because one of our concerns was, again, I told you Robert got me a Fire Stick, broke, and, I get... I can watch movies, the whole nine,
right?
But it doesn't give you local channels. It gives you live TV,
right?
But it's like based out of like Los Angeles,
okay.
The biggest major city closest to us. So there's no local channels. So that was a concern of ours because we like watching the news in the kitchen, watching the news in the evening while we're eating dinner or whatever.
Right.
My cousin Freddie, he's got a TV in his backyard, and we were watching it one day. I was like, hey, man, you got a cable box out here? He was like, nah. I was like, well, how do you watch it? Da-da-da. And he's got a hot box, too. And I said, yeah, well, my concern is the local channels. He's like, paperclip. I said, what you mean a paperclip?
Yep, back where
right where the coaxial cable. He goes, just get a paperclip, stick it in the hole, and you're good. And I was like, really?
I bet you get better if you connected the white wire that used to go to your
DirecTV antenna.
Yep,
that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah,
but yeah, I tried the paperclip. Dude, perfect.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm about to try that. I haven't fucked it out here because we're so low in the valley,
right?
On the outskirts, it never worked before, but who knows now? Like I don't,
So I'm thinking, depending on what I can catch on this hot box, definitely I'm going to get HBO Max. I'm going to pay for that,
right?
Because there's a bunch of stuff on there that we watch,
right?
I already get the Netflix, I already got the Amazon Prime. So what's left is that we watch regularly is the Showtime. We watch a bunch of shows on Showtime.
Okay.
We watch Stars. And the network shows, ABC, NBC, all that kind of good stuff, which I think the Hulu takes care of.
Correct. So we'll take care of all that, but go to Prime, and you can get your HBO Max through there. You can get Stars and Showtime through that box as well, through your Amazon Prime.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's what I do. Because the one in the TV in my room, it's an older Vizio, and it stopped using the Hulu app. You couldn't get it. Something happened about 6 months ago, or 8 months ago, maybe, that you couldn't use that app on there anymore. Something happened between Vizio and them. And they weren't updating the app. So there was a lot of shit I was watching on Hulu all of a sudden, because Hulu used to fucking blow balls. They had the worst shit on it. Never really, but they're coming along. They're getting more shit. And so I ended up getting a what they call dongles, the stick, the Prime stick. Because I had it for the Fire Stick, because I had it for the TV that was outside for the pool. So once that TV broke, I took the dongle off of that and put it in my room. Fucking great, dude. Don't have any problems. HBO Max, all that shit. Just watch it through there.
I'm still a little lost. How do you watch HBO Max through Amazon Prime, though?
Because you download the app to the Fire Stick. And then they charge you through Prime, through your Amazon.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Huh.
And you already have a card linked to it, so they just charge the card.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
Wow, Amazon's a shit.
Yeah. They got their shit together, dude. You have any stock in them?
Not that I know of.
So last year, their stock was like $2,500 per share. And then they did what's called a stock split or some shit like that, right? And so they take it and they split it up. They create more shares of Amazon so that they could sell it at a lower price and let that build back up, and then they split again, right? So when I got in on it, they were at like $98 a share. And I think I'm sitting at 12 shares right now. And then I have every week or every 2 weeks out of my paycheck, I buy more.
Okay.
That way, once I get to the split, I'll be sitting on 50, 60 shares that I paid $100 for. They're going to split it almost $3,000. So I'll be making some money off of that, hopefully soon.
Wow.
Well, within at least the next, probably take about another year and a half for it to get back up to that. But fuck, who doesn't buy from Amazon, right?
That is true.
There's not a house you can go by without fucking Amazon boxes out front in the right neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Which is fucking amazing. Crypto's all over the place right now. They don't know whether there's so much shit that we can get into with that, but we still got a lot to talk about from while we were gone.
Well, if you want to start with my...
Because you went to... You see, your cousin came down, or your uncle came down, right?
Right.
Oh, go ahead. I'll let you wherever you want to start.
Well, it started... My first trip was Vegas.
Okay.
Earlier, I mentioned how you'll be proud of me on some of the things I've accomplished over this hiatus.
Okay.
As you already know, I'm not one to use my cell phone number as a main contact number, as, don't text me.
Offers.
That's not for me.
Right.
Okay. And whenever we apply, we don't apply for much anymore, but everything's the home number. My dentist calls the home number. Doctors call the home number, leave a message.
Right.
And it's really starting to not work out because
you miss shit.
Yeah. I've gone to the dentist. It's like, oh yeah, we called. We had to reschedule. We called you this morning. It's like, yeah,
oh, wow.
Just stuff like that. And it's just, of course, I'm a latecomer. It's just the inevitable. We got to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, Vegas. My son was going to Las Vegas to go to an Adele concert. My wife and I wanted to spend time with him, so we went to Vegas for the weekend as well.
That's cool. So
he was arriving Friday morning.
Okay.
For our first weekend gone. So my wife wanted to be there with him Friday morning. So I had to work. So what she did was she drove up Friday morning.
Okay.
I flew after work.
Out of Palm Springs,
Out of Palm Springs.
Okay.
So we were going to catch a show on Friday night. Be with him again the weekend. We weren't going to the concert ourselves. Because that shit was way too expensive.
Really?
Dog.
I bet you she was on a good fucking concert though.
It was a great concert. It wasn't a magic trick per se,
right?
But it was one of those things at the end of the concert, like all this glitter came falling down onto her on the stage, for example. And when the glitter, completely
Cleared?
failed. She was gone.
That's kind of
Yeah,
dope.
it was cool. It was cool because he recorded it. I was like, oh, that was pretty sporty.
That's dope.
Anyways, so while I was working, excuse me, I was just gonna take a one-way over there, and then on Sunday when he flew out from Vegas, my wife and I were just gonna drive back again because she drove Friday morning.
Right.
So when I booked my ticket, I used my cell number, for alerts, all that kind of good stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, very. Get my ticket on my phone, so I don't have to print nothing up.
Oh, you just get there and you just check in with your phone?
Yes, sir. I was going to do it for the first time.
What do you mean you were going to do it?
Okay, well, here we go.
Oh, hell.
So, towards the end of my day, I get an alert. Your flight has been delayed. Okay, let me backtrack again. I was supposed to arrive, I think, 7 p.m.
In Vegas?
Yes.
Okay.
I was going to leave. It wasn't a direct flight. I was going to have to go to Phoenix. From Phoenix, go to Vegas.
Okay.
My flight was at 4. I was going to arrive in Vegas at 7.
Oof.
We were going to have dinner, probably go watch a show, enjoy ourselves. I get an alert, let's say 1 o'clock. Your flight's been delayed. Maybe half an hour. Cool, no problem. Half an hour goes by, I get another alert. Please contact us. You are going to miss your connecting flight. We need to rebook you.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, oh, damn, here we go. So now it's like 1:30. So another alert comes in. Touch here to change your flights. Okay? So I looked, and it was like my flight changed from 4 to 4:30, let's say to 5. I looked, there was a flight at 4. Arriving in Vegas at 7. And I was like, what the hell? Why are they offering me this flight? It was the original one that I had.
Right.
Maybe they're changing stuff up. So I click on it and it says, okay, confirmed, you are now taking this flight. I was like, cool. I look at it again. It was for Saturday, the following day.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, I can't. I screwed up. I didn't read the fine print, if you will.
Right.
So I had to call them. Yes, sir. It seems like the flight coming into Palm Springs that you're going to take to Phoenix is running late. So your flight coming in, because the flight from Palm Springs is delayed, you're not going to make the connecting flight from Phoenix to Vegas. You're going to miss it because it's like an hour late.
Okay.
So let me see what we can do. And she's like, there's not another flight. We can't, I don't know what to do. Da, da, da. I was like, she goes, here, are you far from the airport? I said, no. She said, I recommend go to the airport with your stuff and talk to an agent there because they're going to have to do something for you if you're standing right there in front of them. Nice. Okay, you're right. Cool. Packed up my stuff. I was at the airport by 2:30. My nephew picked me up, dropped me off. I'm good. Now, I'm thinking to myself, worst case scenario, they can't get me there. I've already paid for the flight. Rent me a car one way. It's 2 o'clock. I'll be there in 4 hours. I'll be there by 6.
Worst case scenario.
6:30 tops. Sooner than I would have had I flown.
Right.
I'm cool. I wasn't prepared for the drive, but hey, shoot, I'm good.
Little 5-hour energy drink.
There you go.
Starbucks be good.
I get up to the window. Hey, I've been getting these alerts. She's no problem. Here you go, sir. Your flight is at 4 o'clock or 4:30, whatever it was. I was like, really? She says yes, and here's your ticket from Phoenix to go to Vegas. I was like, tonight? She said yes. You're good to go. And I was like, so what was all this about? I don't understand. She goes, yeah, I'm sorry, sir. I don't know. Next. And I was like, well, cool. Okay, I'm good. I'm straight. The only problem is now I got to sit at the airport for 2.5 hours.
Wow.
However, I'm looking at the ticket now. My flight from Phoenix is at 9:20 p.m. Arriving in Vegas at like 10:30.
Oh shit!
So I was like, hold on, because we already got plans. I got dinner plans. I got I'm gonna be sitting at this airport for 2 hours. I'm gonna be sitting at the Phoenix airport for 2 hours.
Oh fuck that,
bro. And she was like, well, yes, sir. You are going to miss that your original connecting flight. You're catching your original Palm Springs flight, but you're going to miss your original connecting flight. So we just got you on the next one going to Vegas, which is at after 9. And I was like, fuck. Bro, so I'm at the airport at 2 o'clock. I don't get to Vegas till 11.
You didn't try arguing that or anything? Like...
At that point, the only thing I could have done was gotten a car and driven.
They didn't offer you a different airline or anything?
No.
I would have tried a different airline.
I didn't think about it.
Because you were Southwest? American? JetBlue?
No, it wasn't JetBlue. Definitely wasn't JetBlue. Because JetBlue was pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't recall. United, maybe?
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. So you get to Vegas.
So I finally get to Vegas. We stay at the MGM.
Okay.
I'm hungry. My wife and son, they're like, yo, we're done for the night. We went out drinking. We went out eating. We caught your show. We're done for the night. I'm thinking I'm going to ride. They're going to want to party. Not that I party, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I would have, been a trooper and hung out. But they're like, no, we're going to bed. I was like, damn. I'm in Vegas and y'all going to bed?
Y'all got wow.
So I said, all right, I'm gonna go to my spot, which is New York, New York. Get me a couple of slices, because you know how I do.
Right.
And walk across the bridge to MGM, come to the room. And they're like, well, in that case, get us some slices too. But, we'll have some sodas.
They played you like a motherfucker.
So I told the taxi, hey, get me to New York, New York. They dropped me off. I just walked straight to the pizza spot. I know where it's at. Go to the room. Sure enough, my old lady's a little tipsy. They had a nice time. So, boom. That was that night. 8, went to bed. Got up the next morning. Hit the buffet downstairs, which wasn't that great. I'll be honest with you. I was really taken aback. I thought it'd be a lot better.
Really?
The MGM, yeah. But, it's what we wanted. Something quick.
Right.
We went to the mall out there. Go shopping, buy my son some stuff. We ain't seen him in a while, some clothes, whatever. They had 2 sneaker stores in there. Like, that sold Jordans.
Okay.
Like, that was their main thing, if it wasn't the only thing, which I was really surprised by, because I've never been in one of these kind of stores where they're wrapped in clear wrap.
Really?
Yeah, you could grab them off the wall, but they're like wrapped.
Wow. So you get your greasy fingers on them.
Yeah, they were so nice though. Wow. And then I found the pair that my old lady got me for Christmas. And she was like, how much are they here? I was like, $600. She's like, yeah, that's about right. I was like, damn.
Wow.
Went to it, and then, you walked down a little further, and there was another store. And I was like, wow. And I went in there, and yeah, same thing. But these Jordan stores are nice. I mean, they have all kinds.
And people are spending money.
Dude, and these stores were packed. I mean, I'm not saying people were buying.
Right.
But they were packed.
They have like on TikTok every once in a while where they're at the conventions, and there was one kid walking around and he had on a pair of shoes, and the guy that was filming was like, holy shit, are you really walking around with those on your feet? How much are these? Oh, they're $50,000. He's walking around with a pair of $50,000 sneakers on his, and the kid was no more than 20 years old, walking around with $50,000 tennis shoes on.
Crazy.
You know what I could do with $50,000? Shit. I feel guilty wearing a $50 pair of shoes. Could you imagine? Well, do the $600 pair feel any different than the $300 pair?
You know what? They do, because, again, they're the Jordan 4s, which was like my high school shoes that I was lucky enough to get a pair of. that were out of my league at that point in time. So it kind of, brings me back. So yeah, I'm happy with if I wear them, when I wear them.
I think it's one of my nephews. I had a pair, and I didn't like them. I didn't like the way they fit on my feet. So I have flat feet, so they have high arches, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't pay attention.
So something I just didn't like the way they felt, and I gave them to him. And he said, "Man, I wore those shoes out. Like I'd go to school, I'd come home, clean them, put them in a box, and slide them under my bed." He said, "I had those shoes for years. I can't remember which ones they were. I don't even remember what I had, which ones they were." But he remembers it clearly, like the highlight of his high school career. It's fucking crazy.
So after the mall, we went back to the room. So we all got ready. We had reservations. He made reservations that day for a spot, or maybe the Friday night before. And all the places, like a lot of the places were already booked.
Right.
Which surprised me. I mean, you're in Vegas, you can't get dinner reservations, but they were packed. And so we went to, I think maybe it was the Venetian. It was a southern restaurant. It was like high end, but southern food. So we had like chicken and waffles for dinner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it was high end, and it was good. I was like taken aback. And they had like the desserts were, I don't remember exactly, but let's say like the peach cobbler type stuff.
You like peach cobbler?
No, I only like chocolate. I don't like it.
Really?
Yeah.
I found an affinity for peach cobbler. I really like. Yeah, dude.
But like I said, it was just I was like, wow. I mean, low dim rooms, like nice and dark, nice ambiance. Really? But it was chicken and waffles.
I don't like dark restaurants.
Yeah, I don't prefer it myself either.
My kids laugh at me because even when we went up there and we went to, what was it, Morton's? Is that what it was? The steakhouse?
Yeah, uh-huh.
And I had to use my fucking flashlight on my phone to see the menu because it's so fucking dark in there.
Then we split up. My son went to the concert. We went back to the MGM and hung out.
Okay.
Now, we went to a bar. And my old lady ordered, I believe, an old fashioned.
Okay.
I ordered my lemon drop martini.
Okay.
And when they brought them, like somebody else made them. So when the dude brought them, he gave her mine and he gave me hers. So we switched. And the bartender was like, "Oh, I kind of thought that." And I'm like, "Again? With this? Come on, people, it's okay. Damn." So my wife and I, we actually bought tickets to, you heard of the Jabberwockies dance crew?
Dancers.
Okay. Mm-hmm. They got their own theater in the MGM.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's small. I thought it was going to be like a big place. It was actually small.
Okay.
It's like smaller than my kids' auditorium in high school.
Well, that's still pretty big though, right?
No. Not the Palm Springs auditorium.
Oh, okay.
Cat City auditorium is a lot smaller.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And this was a lot smaller than that.
Oh, shit.
But it was nice because, like, they're right there in front of you.
Right.
And it was a trip, too, because, like, the curtain, when they started, they had the curtains. The curtain came down, straight down. And, like, let's say it's a platform almost like a pyramid. Steps. Okay. So they were, like, on this pyramid. And in the middle of the pyramid on the floor was like a little box, a window, if you will, an open box. And like the curtain got sucked into that. Dude, it was bugged out because it went down and just got sucked in.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, damn. So my old lady and I, we were drunk at this point, right?
Oh, God.
So... so they're doing their thing, which is cool, you know what I'm saying? But like...
You didn't go challenge somebody on stage.
No, not at all. It's just that we had to go to the bathroom real bad. Like, it got to the point to where it was like, I was like, yo, I got to go to the bathroom. She's like, I do too. And unfortunately, as great as a dance act as they are, an hour of it kind of gets a little old.
Yeah.
They're kind of, there's nothing new you could do.
Yeah, but you got to remember that the Jabberwockies were big when we were young. Like that's back when they started, right?
We started watching them with our kids. They were on one of the dance shows.
But the Jabberwocky's been around since like LL Cool J.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, yeah.
So, yeah. That's fine.
Obviously, it's not the same guys because it'd be a lot slower dancing.
and it ain't even the same guys when we started watching them.
Right.
Because that was like 10 plus years ago.
Wow.
But, it was just like we felt bad because we were like, yo, we got to go. And I'm good. I mean, I got my fill already. And she was like, yeah, me too. So we bounced. And we wound up going back to the bar. The one thing we noticed throughout the day, and especially while we were at this bar, was the music was phenomenal. The music was everything that we listened to.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It was like our age. It fit us. It was perfect. And we figured out that, when you're younger and you go to casinos, they're playing this old music. Right? It's like,
yeah,
old hits from the 70s, 60s and 70s.
Okay.
Back when we were in our 20s.
Good old days.
Yeah. They were playing songs from the 80s throughout the whole area, throughout the bar, the casino. And we figured out that it's because it's our age now that's spending the money.
Oh, that
on the
makes sense.
Machines, at the bars, staying there with kids. It totally makes sense to us.
Oh, wow.
At one point, though, we chuckled because they played an NSYNC song. And we were like, it reminded us, for whatever reasons, of our nieces. And we were like, that's for, let's say, my niece Jackie. That's for my niece Jackie pushing her kids in a stroller, walking by saying, oh, I can't wait till these kids get older so I can party here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it gave them a little taste of what's to come, but it went back to the 80s music. So we were like, it kept us there.
Right.
We were there. All of a sudden, my son, texts us, I'm done. We were like, oh, shit, it's already like 11 going on midnight. We just been sitting at the bar hanging out.
So we just getting in the groove right now, son. I stand corrected. They've been around since 2003.
Okay.
Just wanted to make sure I corrected myself.
That was that night. I don't remember how that night ended, to be honest with you.
Wow, you were that bent, huh?
It's one of those things that I'm not driving. I ain't taking work calls.
When you go, like, you don't have a separate, like, work phone, right? Like, you have your cell phone is your cell phone?
My work phone number is a Google number.
Oh, okay.
So I could actually, what I used to do is that whenever I went out of town, I would transfer it to, like, one of my guys' phone numbers. One of my guys' phones. So it would just ring their phone.
Got it.
Type deal. I used to also, like, buy a burner, like a throwaway phone, a little pay by the minute.
Right.
Pay, like, 100 minutes worth and give it to one of the guys, and then my voicemail would say, call this number because I'm out of town type deal.
Got it.
But now, no, it just rings. I don't even bother with it. Okay. With trying to transfer the number or anything.
Yeah, I figured you'd have had either some sort of separate line or something so that you could actually shut it off and disengage.
The other thing that I usually do it anyways, but this time I really sat there and thought about it. The money that's spent at these places in Vegas, I think we spoke about this before.
Huge money.
Dude, my car to park was $40 a day. And we were there for 3 days.
Damn, that's worse than what your daughter's parking lot situation was.
And I was just thinking about just cars alone in that casino and every other casino there. Dude, hundreds of $1,000s a day.
Yeah, because
just in parking.
Because they got to have at least 1,000 spots, right?
At least.
Minimum.
At least.
So that's $14,000 a day?
I would think more.
Right, because now the cars don't stay there all day. People move them in and out.
Dude. And then you're talking about the tables. You're talking about the shows. You're talking about the bars.
Imagine what fucking Uber drivers and fucking taxis make there. They got to make good fucking money, dude.
Yes.
Especially if you're a hustler.
Dude, it's just, that town is just money.
Because when the last time we went for Sebastian's birthday, we caught a Uber from one of the hotels, and this little Asian lady came, and she was like in a brand new Lexus. She was like Filipino, and she, put your stuff in back and climb in. We got to go. Hurry. And so everybody gets in the car. This bitch was driving over fucking curbs, like yelling at the people in the car next to her because they wouldn't let her in. And she just wiggled her way in. Oh, thank you very much. Put her finger out the window. I was like, damn, this bitch gangster, dude. We're going to get fucked up in Vegas because our Uber driver crazy. But yeah, dude, there is a shit ton of money.
And the thing is, again, it's just flowing 24 hours a day. There's just so many transactions going on. It's just incredible.
I wonder how much like the street performers make. Like the guys that are, like when you go down Fremont Street and they each have like their own little circle that they could sit in. I wonder how much they have to pay for the circle. Because you have to pay for they're not just going to put that out there for you to come sit and not make money off of you, right? So you have to have some sort of license or something that says that you could sit there and do that, right? So how much could they really make? Like I think the hot chicks that take pictures probably make the most money.
Probably.
You know what I mean? Like, let's just be honest about it, right? Like, and then there's the guys that make flowers out of fucking corn husk or whatever, and all the hippie shit. So, but they got to make money or they wouldn't be there, right? Like,
yeah, that is true.
Because you can only do it for so long and not make any money.
Yeah.
At some point, you got to be like, we got to do something else. This shit is not working.
And even that, there's just you think the strip and the casinos, but there's just so much stuff that's off the strip. There's the nudie bars. There's now marijuana's legal out there.
Yeah.
It's just, again, the money out there that's just flowing 24 hours a day is incredible.
And I've never been to Vegas and gone to a restaurant or a place to eat and it be dead.
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, the restaurant we went to, we had to make a reservation because it was packed.
That's so crazy. I mean, we went to one and it was, I think it was inside, I want to say it was inside the Bellagio, but I could be wrong. I don't remember. Because they all start to look the same once you get inside after a while, right? So when you go in, and it was like a fancy buffet, right? And you go in, and you can get in one line and sit in that line and not pay extra. Or you could skip that line, get in the other line, and pay $60 a person extra to skip the line.
Damn.
Well, we were feeling ballerish and we skipped the line. And then the fucking buffet was $125 per person.
Wow.
And it was for fucking breakfast. I'm like, fucking eggs and bacon for $175. Like, what the fuck? It was really good, though, and their pastries were fucking phenomenal. And the juices were really good. Big juice guy. But that was a lot of money for breakfast, dude. But you're right, because there's, like, they'll... Not only do they have, like, all right, you're going to pay to eat, but if you want to get past the line,
right,
you could pay more. And people were, I mean, dude, we still had to wait in the pay more line. There was at least 10 other couples ahead of us in that line waiting $120 just to bypass the line.
Crazy.
And Vegas is open 24 hours. What the fuck are you in a hurry for?
Yes, sir.
Why are you in a hurry? I mean, I was hungry, so I was there. Let's go get in that line. But yeah, and they're so, like, you could go to Vegas for a month and still not do everything.
Dude, we were in the casino that we had dinner in. We split up. My son took off. So my wife and I were walking through this casino. We were going to the to the front to catch a cab to get back to our hotel.
Okay.
And there was like a little room. And, it was a glass wall, so you could see inside. It was like a little bar that there wasn't a lot of people in there.
Okay.
But it was small. And let's say the bar itself, where you sit at the bar, only sat 8 people.
Okay.
And then there were 2 booths that sat, let's say, 8 people each. And one had, like, I think it was a bachelorette party. And then maybe 4 or 5 tables that you could sit at. For 2 people, like 2 people tables.
Right.
So we just walked in to grab a drink. And people watch because you just look out the window and you're seeing the casino floor.
Right.
And it was one of those things that I'm thinking to myself, somebody had to sit here and think about putting this bar here, which was a great idea. Because, again, it was small, it was secluded. When you go inside, although it's open and you can see out, the noise doesn't travel in.
Oh, nice.
So it's like nice and quiet, but yeah, you can see the hustle and bustle going right outside the window. It's just, dude, great spot.
Now, I don't know what the name of the spot was that you went to, but you need to be when you find a place like that, you should Google it. Only because there are so many speakeasies and hidden bars in Vegas that you'll never know unless you know.
Right.
And like there's one that like they've started to promote all these Mexican owned or themed bars and places that you can go to, right? And then there's one inside the hotel that we were staying at. You go into this little, it's like a little snack store. They have little cookies and shit like that, drinks, and they're all Asian, right? And you say something like, Hello Kitty at the front counter, and they open this door and it leads you into a fucking speakeasy, and you go back down some stairs and you're in a fucking bar that nobody knows about.
Really?
Yeah. And then there's a couple of other ones that we had gone to that were like that. There's one that's Mexican themed that you can go into, and they have over 1,500 different bottles of tequila.
Damn.
And they make you all these, and like your drinks, like chavelas and shit like that. And they have ones that come in like the sugar skulls.
Uh-huh.
You know what those are? Like the painted skulls. Like, and your drinks are in that. It really looked really fucking, really kind of dope, dude. So you got to kind of research your shit when you go, because there's so much more that's underneath and behind Vegas that we miss out because
you're doing the in your face tourist stuff.
Right. Yeah.
It's a whole different world over there.
It would be fun to go and just do all the speakeasy shit. You know what I mean? Like go for a couple of days and just hit all the bars that have secret bars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be fucking cool. And and Vegas itself is 24 hours a day. It's a fucking hot spot. You could gamble, you could see shows, you could see concerts, you could magic shows and all this different shit, right? But there's so much more to Vegas, like just outside of it, right? Because there's a place where you can go and you do like desert tours, where you're in a Hummer and they take you through the desert and they show you all these little hot spots, right? There's a place that you can go to that's just outside of Vegas. It's like 6 miles away, and you can kayak through the canyons, and the water's like emerald green, and they're called the Emerald Canyons because of the water. And you can kayak and swim through these little alleyways of water in the canyon.
Oh wow.
And again, that's like 6 miles. And then they have another place that's about that same distance that is hot springs. So you can go and take hot water baths in sulfur water, basically. You know what I mean? Natural hot springs they're all the minerals are supposed to be good for you or whatever. You can go out but why the fuck would you do that at 120 degree weather anyway, right? But and then they have another one, and I think they shut this one down. But they used to have one where you could go on and you'd get like on the railroad track, and you'd be on a pedal cart. So it's you and whoever you're with in the front, and if you wanted to be another one linked to it, so you'd have like 4 people, and you pedal your way all the way down a couple miles on a train track, and it takes you through, like little ways that you wouldn't see, like mountains and shit like that, which is really kind of cool. I'd probably get about 3 feet from the thing and be like, no, I'm not going. You better put a motor on this bitch because I'm done. But Vegas is it's really the town that doesn't sleep, and it's just there's so much shit there. That
dog, I forgot to mention on the way back to the hotel room from the mall, dog, I hit the White Castle for my little hamburgers.
You didn't hit it on the way home though, right?
Well, I had. We'll get to Sunday.
So you did it for everybody else.
Well, no. Here's the thing. We hit it, but dude, the line was out the door.
Yeah, that place gets busy.
Yeah,
they found the secret.
Crazy. So I'm gonna throw it out there to all the fellas that try to hook me up when they go to Vegas and come back. If you're gonna hit that one, what is it called? Terrible's, Terrible's gas stations.
Yes,
that's where it's at. Is that a Terrible's?
On Elena, or what's the? It's a woman's name. Is a street.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's just before or just after you hit the Madonna Inn.
Something like that. But it's at a gas station.
Yes.
That line was. Dude, I appreciate you guys, but you don't have to do it for me, because we got in that line, and after like 5 minutes, the line did not move, and we were like, I was like, I got it yesterday, so I got my fill. I'm good. Let's bounce.
And them motherfuckers are flying behind the counter.
Hell yes.
It's not like they're going slow.
They even closed the drive-through because they were like, no, we're not taking drive-through. It's just you got to come in and get it.
They used to get too crazy there. I mean, you like onions were flying, like they were fucking moving so fast. You know what I mean? I'm like, God damn.
So Sunday, it was just a day to leave. So my son, he loves Del Taco, and there's no Del Taco in Chicago. So there's a Del Taco right around the corner on the way to the airport.
So he had to get him some breakfast.
So he had to hit his chili cheese fries with extra chili and extra cheese. He loves that spot. I mean, when he comes home, he's like that. We pick him up from the airport, hit the drive-through at Del Taco.
That's hilarious.
Chili cheese fries with extra chili, extra cheese. So we did that. We're driving home. We're taking the 4-hour ride home. Tired. My daughter calls.
What happened?
She pinched her back somehow, like bad, to where she couldn't walk.
Really?
She got one of her buddies to take her to the emergency room.
Shit!
It was bad, like bad. Like she's in. They make you wait,
right?
And she was like, she couldn't stand, she couldn't sit, she was in pain. She didn't know what was wrong with her. They finally saw her. They were like, I'll be honest with you, I don't even remember what it was.
It's a sciatic nerve.
I couldn't tell you.
No.
She's probably gonna hate me for not remembering, but so she couldn't move. She got sent home with some pain meds, so she wasn't gonna go to work the next day. She had to get a prescription filled the next day. So my old lady, Mama Bear, we pull up to the house, packs another bag.
No way.
She drives to LA, and I was like, fuck. And the problem is, we were leaving to New York that next weekend. So it was.
So your daughter had a week to get better.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Which she did. I took a couple of days.
Oh, you went up there too?
No. My wife went. My wife just went for one day. She came back the following day. Again, just to get her situated and stuff like that.
Would they tell her like ice 20 minutes, heat 20 minutes?
No, they gave her maybe some chemical patches.
Oh, okay.
That she stuck on there, and she was supposed to take it off after 4 hours, because then she would have, I don't know, been seeing stars maybe. But she wound up leaving them on. She was like, they felt so good, and they made her feel better.
Those are good. Yeah, they're probably some sort of numbing patch or something.
Yeah, something like that. So felt bad for the old lady. That's what she wanted to do.
Wow.
Because I was beat.
Well, I bet, dude.
Yeah.
I know how you get after you. Yeah, she knows. After a certain amount of days, I need my Tony time.
So then that week went by. We went to New York. So We fly to New York on Thursday night. There's a red eye that goes from Palm Springs to New York.
How long is the flight to New York from here?
5 hours.
So you flew from Palm Springs to New York?
Correct.
Holy shit. Okay. I didn't even know they have direct flights that far out.
It's great. It was my wife and I, my nephew Steven, his old lady, his oldest daughter, and then my cousin Ermin.
Okay.
So there's five of us. 1, 2, 3. No, 6 of us.
Oh, wow.
Nobody slept on the plane. Plane is packed, so you can't
Yeah, get comfortable.
So I usually don't sleep on planes anyways. I might take a cat nap here and there, but I just can't fall out completely.
Did it make you nervous? Is that way?
No, I just think the position I'm in, and plus now, because that was a JetBlue flight, plus now they got free movies, and they're actually pretty good movies.
Really?
I saw a movie called Bullet Train with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, it's pretty good, right?
That is a very good movie.
Very good.
I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised. It was one of those movies that I'll actually watch again.
I got something to tell you about a movie, but go ahead.
So nobody slept. So we arrive in New York like at 5:30 in the morning because of the 5 hours and the 3 hour time difference.
Okay.
Rent the car. We rent a Suburban XL because it's good. And my daughter flew in at the same time, which is great. So she met us there.
You guys were driving a Suburban in New York?
Yeah.
That's ballsy, right? Like, because traffic is supposed to be really rough in New York, or not where you guys were.
Traffic is rough. We only had to park it twice in the city in Manhattan.
Okay.
Well, actually 3 times because we stopped for breakfast. But it wasn't that bad.
Who drove?
I did.
Really?
Yeah. It wasn't that bad at all, actually.
Okay.
So as soon as we landed, got our luggage, we called our daughter, and she had just landed as well. So now there's 7 of us.
Timed out perfect.
Perfect. No complaints. Jumped in the rental and bounced. Now, I used to be in the rental car business. Okay?
Right.
I buy the insurance. Car insurance.
Right. In New York, I would too.
Yeah. Because you never know. Trust me. I think it was for this vehicle. Back when I used to sell it, back in the 90s, it was $9 a day. You rent a car for 3 days, that's $27.
Okay.
Somebody hits your shit, trust me, $27 is a lot better than doing the paperwork when you go to return the car and then have to deal with your own insurance on the back end.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. I've had people who bought the insurance, locked the keys in the car, and just broke out a window to get to it. Just say, hey, I don't know what happened. And on the low, they'd be like, yo, I broke that window because I locked the keys in the car. Be like, yeah, hey, it's insured.
Right. Wow.
So anyways, and you have the option in regards to gas to bring it back full because it's full when you rent it. Or you buy the entire tank of gas up front at a higher rate than what the gas is being sold for.
Yeah, like at $30 a gallon?
No, not that bad, but it's higher.
Right.
And you return it empty because you bought it. If you return it with any gas, you don't get a refund.
Bad.
Yeah, too
Okay.
bad. Or you don't buy the gas up front, and if you don't return it full, it's like $30 a gallon for the gallons that you're missing.
Okay.
Now, in a city like Palm Springs, yeah, don't buy the gas because there's gas stations right next to it.
Right.
Palm Springs is a leisure city. In a big city where you don't know where you're going, you don't know anything, L.A., New York, Chicago, if you're running late because traffic is getting crazy, I buy the gas.
Okay.
And again, it depends on how many days you're there. If you think you're going to use the whole tank, boom. I figured I'm getting a Suburban XL loaded. It takes us an hour just to get to the city. It takes us an hour to get to my uncle's house. The following day is going to take us
half a tank already.
Dude, straight up, right? So I bought the gas. That was like $100 and let's say $20.
God damn.
Okay? So, and I'll explain that later. Why I'm making a point of that. Okay. I bought the gas because if we're running late, I don't know any gas stations near the airport because it's got to be full when you return it.
Right.
I saved myself a headache by the gas. We go into the city. We got tickets for the 9/11 memorial tour / museum.
Okay.
So we go into the city, Manhattan. We stop for breakfast. Okay? Little breakfast spot that we found online. We eat breakfast. We get our car that we had parked. We're taking off. My daughter says, I'm feeling sick. I got to throw up. And I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, I'm not going to make it. You got to pull over. So I was like, fuck it. We pull over to the side. She jumps out. All of a sudden, my nephew, him and his old lady and his daughter are in the back seat, in the last row.
Okay.
He says, yo, I got to throw up too.
Oh, shit.
So
is it because he saw your daughter?
No, they were both legitimately like sick.
Okay.
So I mean, it's like I got to throw up, and he's stuck in the back seat. He can't get out. So my old lady, she carries like Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
And she had a gallon size one. Let's say she had something in it. She's like, here, I got this bag. So she gives him the Ziploc bag. So, my man is dry heaving into this plastic bag, right? And I'm talking, he's loud, kid. And so
that would make me want to throw up.
Okay. So,
I'm
dog, he's going and nothing's coming out, right?
Ugh.
And so I'm looking in the rearview mirror, right? And I see his old lady. She's dying laughing, but she's keeping it quiet. I don't know if she just doesn't want to get him mad that she's laughing at him,
right,
or what. But she's like holding it in. But you can see her like she's tilting her head back, the whole nine, which makes me start laughing, watching him. And then, dude, all I see is you know how horses eat out of the bags?
Yeah,
that's how his shit looked because his head was in his bag, but nothing was coming out, right? So I'm laughing. And I look to my right, and I see my daughter on the sidewalk holding her hair back, yakking against the building.
Ugh.
So I'm looking at her yak. I'm listening to him yak. Now I'm starting to get sick,
right?
Because now
watery.
Yeah. Now I'm actually starting right now thinking about her.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to yak. So I'm trying to cover my ears so I don't hear him constantly doing it. Because, dude, now I'm starting to get sick. So I got these people yakking. We got somewhere to be. And she threw up. She came back. She was fine. Nothing came out of him. So I don't know. What he was just feeling sick.
Anxiety, or what is it when sympathy? sympathy yakking.
Oh, he was going to town though.
The worst would have been. Sorry, I mean to keep interrupting you, but the worst would have been if your daughter came back in and you could smell it.
Oh yeah,
because that would have fucked everybody. Ugh.
And what was messed up was that messed up his voice. Not only for that trip, but bro, his voice was bad for like a week after we even got back.
Really?
To where he actually thought he damaged his vocal cords because he was like, his voice wasn't coming back. It was like rough.
Wow, just for being so loud.
Yeah, and he came back eventually, but he was just like, I think I did something. I mean, he was being legit. He was like, I really think I did something in my throat.
Holy shit.
So we get to the 9/11 memorial. It's in Manhattan, the big spot. We park in this humongous parking lot, like 10 stories high, hundreds in each floor. So we were running late. So when we pulled in, we let everybody out. So they can, get to their place in line and stuff. So we can get to the store because it was a walking tour.
Oh, shit.
They have it closed off. Like cars can't come into this area anymore. Where they call them the Freedom Towers now.
Right.
It's like a big area that's just you can't drive in there no more.
Okay.
So, and they do walking tours throughout the whole thing, and they start, obviously telling you everything that happened. So my wife and I stayed, and we tried to find a parking spot, which we did, let's say on the 6th floor. So we left through the exit closest to our parking spot. Well, this garage was so massive that it actually dropped. We exited like on the opposite side of the building to where we thought we could just walk around to the front. Bro, we were completely lost. It was like this. It took up a whole like city block in a sense.
Holy shit!
So we didn't really know where we were. Now we're texting, we're calling. Where are you guys at? What street are you on? We're trying to do the maps on your phone, trying to get to them. We eventually found them. Took us like 20 minutes. We missed 20 minutes of the tour. And the tour guide was really good. She's telling us stories, and dude, it's fucked up.
Yeah, I bet.
That 9/11 shit that's some serious shit. It's fucked up.
I bet.
Dude, it's bad. And she was explaining how, like, the new buildings that are going up, the way they redesigned them. For example, the stuff I remember, you know how the stairwells?
Yeah.
They used to be on the outside of the building. I mean, yeah, the outer ends of the floors.
So, like, what are they called? Oh, okay.
Just the stairways to get down instead of taking the elevators.
Right.
Well, now they have them in the center of the buildings.
Okay.
So if in case something hits them, people could still go down because they're not at the exterior wall. Right. Now they're inside, and it's it's almost like a tower within the building to where they
right.
And they made them to where they're. I don't remember if they said this. They're either wider, so now people can go down as well as like firemen coming up.
Okay.
Or there's like separate stairwells, one for going down and one for going up. I don't remember exactly what they said because that was one of the issues. Firemen had a hard time going up because people were coming down.
Right. Ain't nobody gonna get out the way.
Exactly. Just stuff like that. They were saying how and like they were also saying there's one particular building. One of the security guys, it was like a big building. He was always telling the people that own the building or whomever, management, let's say, he was like, yo, if something ever happens, people are fucked in this building. We got to figure out an escape plan. If something happens, fire. I mean, he wasn't thinking terrorists. He was thinking fire and stuff like that. And they wouldn't listen to him. And it was just, and he wound up dying because he was trying to coordinate people to get out. So instead of him leaving, knowing what was going on, he decided to stay
and try to
help. And he wound up dying. So they named something after him. I don't remember, unfortunately. She was just hitting with so much information that it was just incredible. So that was the tour. Then you go to like the museum.
Oh shit,
dude! They have like, it's like you walk through different rooms in a sense.
Yeah.
Fucked up shit, kid. Like kids' toys that were found.
Oh wow.
Stories about the different people, the hundreds, if not thousands of people that were in these buildings.
Dude, I remember the day that it happened. I was doing nighttime radio, and we got a phone call early in the morning, me and my ex-wife, and we set up and turned on the TV, and we're watching this shit. And I remember becoming so enthralled in it and just so sucked in. I spent, like, and this was like 99, like, or the year 2011 when it happened. It was so, like, the internet was still new.
Right.
So, you'd have to know how to really search to find stuff, and people sending stuff. It's not like now. Like if shit happened it'd be on TikTok before the plane hit the building, right? And I remember looking at the videos and seeing the videos of people screaming with the building on fire, choosing to jump out of the window and jump to their demise instead of burning.
Well, bro,
like, just amazing.
In this museum, the rooms you go to, like, you could get they're like MP3 players.
Okay.
That talks you through, okay, now you're done with this room, go to the next one. And what each room was a different timeline of the actual events. So you're starting at the beginning where the plane hits.
Oh, shit.
And they're showing you like pictures and video, and they're explaining, okay, this was, let's say, 9 o'clock. And this is what's going on. And you're walking through, and they're showing you stuff. They have like pieces of the buildings and of cars and stuff like that for that particular time. Next room, again, it's like the fires and all that kind of stuff. The next room is like, the people that were running covered in the soot and the cement powder.
Oh.
One area was the people jumping out of the buildings and shit. They were talking about that.
Really?
Dude, crazy. You could pick up, they have like phones, and you could pick up the phone, the receiver, and you could hear like people calling 911. They had all the recordings. You could just sit there and listen to them. Dude, nuts. Oh, it got to be too much. Because A, it was so long because you're going through all these rooms, and B, what each room had in it. It just brought this whole
that's got to be
hatred about what happened. Oh, dude, it was horrible. It's great. Don't get me wrong. It's needed, but it got to be too much for me. Yeah, they had an actual fire truck in the center of this room. I was looking at it, and again, we got the headset, and it's explaining. I was looking at the back of this fire truck, and at the end, let's say the top is flat, horizontal,
right,
and then it curves down. Let's say like where the guys stood,
right,
as it's running, as it's moving. So I'm looking at it, right, and it's mangled back there, just totally mangled. And I'm walking around, and as I'm walking around, I walk to the back of the fire engine where the dudes stand. And I was like, I was kind of confused. So I walked back to what I thought was the back of the fire truck. It was actually the front because part of the building had fallen on it and just completely smashed it. And I was looking at the smashed section of it, the front. It was just not flattened, but it was like flattened. And I was like, holy shit.
Wow.
They had this, you would think it was a piece of art, metal, that you think of if you had a stick of licorice and you kind of bent it down like a magnet, if you will, like a U.
Right.
But it was like flattened.
Okay.
But it was humongous. It was a humongous piece of metal. And what it was a pillar of one of the buildings that melted, and it just kind of like came down like a candy cane, and just the top of it just went to the floor because it just melted.
Wow,
dude! And it's steel, and it's just, dude, this place is humongous. It's underground. It's like 3 stories down. It's like a whole museum. It's crazy, absolutely nuts.
Did it creep you out to be three stories underground?
It didn't creep me out, but it's just incredible how they build this stuff.
Right. Wow.
Nuts.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that.
It's worth it.
Now that I know what to expect, maybe, but not knowing, like going in and picking up the telephone and hearing the fucking, like, that's got to be heart-wrenching.
Dude, it was. They have a certain room that has pictures of everybody that passed away. So it's just walls of pictures. And then they have the glass cases of certain things that they found. Like I said, they found some toys. And they actually showed the kids who owned the toys, and you could go look for their picture on the wall.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was bad.
Wow. That's crazy. I mean, it's a great idea.
Yeah. It is.
And I guess that's a way to memorialize people, but God, what a fucked up piece of history.
Yeah. And again, it brings up, I mean, you start getting angry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, it's bad.
Wow.
So we finished that, and we were staying in Manhattan that first Friday night.
Okay.
Because, again, the reason we're there is for a surprise birthday party for my uncle turning 50.
Right.
In his town, which is New Rochelle.
Okay.
which is about an hour away. So because we can't be seen by him, we just stayed in the city.
Dude, and your uncle has like the coolest name, bro.
So we stayed in Manhattan that night. We stayed at a Hyatt, which you would think, okay, Hyatt's not bad.
Right.
So New York is, dude, it's buildings after buildings, one-way streets. So we finally find the spot. We park right in front, and we're taking the luggage out, taking it out, because there's no parking. So I asked the bellman, what's up with the parking? He's like, we don't offer parking, but
18 blocks down.
No, on the same block, maybe a 3-minute walk. There's a garage. Park there. Bring us your ticket. We'll stamp it that you stayed here, and the garage gives you a discount. It's not free, but because we sent you there, they'll give you a discount on the $60 you're gonna pay or whatever for the night.
God damn.
So I went and parked. Not far, like I said, 3-minute walk on the same sidewalk. This is Manhattan. Beautiful city. I'm walking back.
You got mugged.
No.
Oh.
But there's a dude he's facing a building on the sidewalk.
Okay.
He's pinching his stomach with one hand. And he's looking down. I'm thinking, is this guy taking a piss or something? It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yo, my man, he had a hypodermic needle in the other arm, in the other hand. He was going to go shoot up right there in front of... He's right there.
In the stomach?
Yeah.
It was a diabetic shot, bro.
Dog.
People shoot themselves in the stomach for diabetes?
He looked like a drunk to me.
All the more reason why he needed
I'll
the
tell
diabetes
you what,
medicine.
I was going to say, really, dude? But trust me, I thought to myself real quick, he'll come running after me with that needle and stab me in the neck.
Ain't no pocket sand in the concrete jungle, son.
So I minded my own business and kept it moving, kid.
Wow.
Kept it moving.
Wow.
But dude, I couldn't believe it. So we get to the hotel, and the problem with these kind of hotels, is they're like the original buildings, so the rooms are mad small.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Real small.
So they're not as luxurious as a California Hyatt.
Exactly.
I got you.
So lucky for me, I didn't plan it. There's a White Castle right in the corner. Yeah. So I was like, yo, White Castle in the corner, y'all want to, I called up my nephew's room and I was like, yo, we're going to hit. You guys want something? And he was like, I'll meet you down there. So we walked to the corner. On our corner is a 7-Eleven. Across the street corner, White Castle. Some old lady's like, let's get drinks, get some stuff we might need, waters from 7-Eleven. Then we'll go across the street, get the burgers, and go back to the room.
Right.
I was like, cool. So we were getting our sodas, chips, whatever. I go to pay. Now, I like to use cash. Okay?
Not in the hood.
Well, exactly. So I whip out my money clip and I whip out my cat. I'm counting my money to give to the dude.
That dude's probably looking at you like...
No, not at all. He's like, whatever, But my old lady's like, put that shit away. I was like, what's up? She goes, there's a dude at the door staring at you right now. I was like, oh, no shit. She's like, yeah, we're not looking to get mugged. You got all your money right there in your clip. And I was like, sure, So now,
your wife's hood, dude.
My senses are up now,
right?
So I'm good. So we leave. We cross the street. We go to White Castle. Get our food. Go back to the room. Grub. Take a nap.
Okay.
Because everybody's just gone.
Dog tired.
Just tired. Dog tired. Everyone, we wound up waking up like at 9, 10 o'clock at night. So I text nephew, and I was like, yo, we're up. We're walking distance from Times Square, which is where all the action is.
Right.
So I was like, yo, y'all want to go out? You know, he's like, yeah, we're down because they did the same. They took a nap. They're up now.
They're ready to go.
So, so we get ready. We bounce. Like I said, it's like 9, 10 o'clock at night. We hit a pizza spot, and it wasn't New York pizza. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was tourist pizza.
Okay.
So I was telling nephew's daughter, my niece Mariah, like, this ain't the one. This ain't New York pizza.
Don't judge us on this.
And my wife, I'm like, no, this is good. This is good. I'm like, it might be good, but this ain't New York pizza. I'll tell you when we have it. So when we were walking to the pizza spot, we're crossing the street, right? Nephew is about to step on the corner, above onto the sidewalk from the street.
Right.
Something jumps at him from the sidewalk and immediately goes down into the gutter.
Big old fucking
It was a
rat.
fucking big ass rat. It looked like a raccoon.
Really?
We were like, holy shit, did you see that? Everybody's like, oh my goodness.
Wow.
Big ass rat jumped at him. But I mean, the rat was just trying to get away.
Fucking Master Splinter and shit.
So we eat, we go downtown, we're walking around. You know, they got the performers, they got this, you know, everything was going on. We go to Hard Rock. We go to the Hard Rock restaurant.
Okay.
We wound up just going downstairs. We didn't eat. We just started drinking, you know. We were there for about an hour, maybe longer. I don't remember, you know, talking stories, whatever. So we're leaving. Now, at this time, it's maybe 12, 1 o'clock, let's say.
Okay.
So my daughter, who's with us, is my wife, my daughter, myself, nephew, his old lady, and his daughter.
Okay.
His daughter's 14.
Okay.
So there's 6 of us. So my daughter's like, let's find another spot to go hang out. You know, me and my old ass, I didn't say this. This is the first time they're hearing it. I'm like, shit, let's go back to the hotel and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? It's late. But I'm not going to, you know, I'm a trooper.
Right.
We'll do whatever you guys want to do. So she finds a bar not too far from there.
How'd you go into the bar with a 14-year-old?
Exactly. It's a bar and grill.
Oh, okay.
But it is 1 o'clock in the morning. 1 o'clock in the morning. So we walk in, and they seat us all the way in the back. It's like you walk in, it's the bar first.
Right.
And then in the back is more like seating for restaurants, but nobody's back there. Everybody's at the bar. So the waitress pretty much says, look, just keep her back here. You guys could, you know, do whatever. Just don't have her come out to the bar area, and you guys will be good. So we're there getting loaded till about, I'm going to say 2, maybe 3. So we leave. We start walking back. And I type in Hyatt. So gives me the directions. So we start walking. We hit one of those hot dog stands that's open, that's sitting on this corner. You know, we walk for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Hit the hot dog stand. Nephew's like, want a hot dog? Who wants a hot dog? Whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. So they start ordering food. I'm good. Nephew's old lady forgot her phone at the bar.
Oh, shit.
And they got food. They got hot dogs. So he's like, I don't know if he asked me to go with her to go get it or what have you. And I said, look, I'll just go by myself. It'll be quicker. You guys wait here. I'll walk fast. I'll go get it, come back. As I'm walking back, I see a dude pissing right on the sidewalk against the building. I'm like, man, that's nasty. But it is 3 o'clock in the morning. Ain't nobody looking.
Right.
I get to the bar. There's people in it, but the doors are locked. And the bouncer, whomever, the doorman's not there.
Gone.
I'm like, fuck.
So it's after hours. It's their
Dog.
party now.
I'm banging on the windows. Nobody's paying it. I know they hear me. I know the bartenders see me. They ain't opening the door. Finally, the doorman sees me. He comes to the door. He's like, I was like, yo, I was just here. I was sitting in the back. It wasn't, you know, they remembered us.
Right.
You know, one of us left our phone. You think I can go get it? He's like, yeah, sure. Come on in. So I get the phone. It's there. They hadn't cleaned the area. I start walking back. Now I got to take a piss. So what do?
Lead up against the building.
Wait, when in Rome,
That's right.
I just whipped it out right there on the sidewalk, and I was going to town. And it felt so good because I had to go bad.
Until you hear the whoop.
So I finish up. I meet up with them. So we're walking, and now I'm like, yo, this don't look familiar, kid. And so I'm looking. I'm like, this don't look familiar. So I type it in again, and then when I type it in the second time, it gave me options for different Hiats.
Oh,
I
shit.
picked the wrong one. So we were walking like 15, 20 minutes in the opposite direction.
Oh, shit.
So I was like, yo, my bad. We're going the wrong way. So we wound up going the right way. We're walking. And now that area where the hotel was at, where that 7-Eleven and stuff, people out on the streets.
Gangster.
Yeah. Not gangsters, like the junkies, the hookers type deal. So
That's dope.
So we're walking, okay? And we get to an intersection where the next intersection is like where we're supposed to turn.
Right.
But on the side of the street, on this intersection that we're getting to, dude, they're like all there. And it looked like a bad scene, I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. Look like a scene out of fucking Law and Order.
Yeah. So, like, nephew has the lead. Like, we're all walking in a straight line because the way the sidewalk is. So nephew got the lead, I got the back.
Right.
So he's like, I said, yo, we got to turn here. I said, but look, it's a one-way street. There ain't no traffic. We're walking towards traffic. So we ain't got to worry about traffic coming up behind us. We just got to worry about traffic coming up in front of us. But there's no traffic. It's like 3 a.m. So I said, yo, cross, but don't cross straight. Cross at an angle. We'll take a long angle from this corner to like almost the next corner.
Right.
To avoid all these people. And he was like, cool. So that's what we started doing. And as we were doing it, we could hear them like yelling at us. I wasn't listening to what they were saying, but I was just, keeping one eye on them.
Oh, what, you scared?
Shit like that, yeah. So nephew's daughter was like looking at them to where his old lady was like, don't look, just look straight. Don't agitate them.
Right.
But she kept looking and she's like, don't look. So we're trying to hurry up and cross. And I'm kind of glad she saw that because, that's the real world.
Right.
And, let's not sugarcoat this great vacation we're on because that's part of it, too.
That's a reality of where we are.
So, but it was good that we were doing that. We bypassed all that. So, go to bed. The next day, how did my son hook up with us? Because he wasn't with us the first night. I don't even remember how. I don't think we didn't pick him up. Fuck, I don't even know how my son came on Saturday.
Okay.
So he's with us at this point. He must have Ubered or something to us. I don't remember. I so long ago.
He was hanging out with them cats the night before trying, hey, Dad, you weren't listening.
So we drive to New Rochelle, which is where my uncle lives, and we didn't stay at the same hotel. I stayed at a Radisson.
Okay, hold on real quick. You know that we were those kids.
Which kids?
The ones that were hanging out in front of the fucking the store and causing a ruckus. And
Okay, you got to
yelling at
remember.
people. That's when we were kids. Though,
Okay,
you know what I mean?
but they weren't kids. They're probably our age or a little older. They're roughnecks, kid. They're like I said, the hookers, the older hookers that weren't getting any business and druggies, and it was not a good looking crowd.
All right.
So the next day we go to the hotel. Our hotels were near each other, but we didn't stay at the same hotel. My wife and kids, we stayed at one. We stayed at a Radisson. Nephew and his side stayed at a Marriott, let's say. I think it was Marriott. So we dropped him off at we went to our hotel because there's a restaurant downstairs.
Okay.
My aunt, my uncle's wife, it's funny calling her that because she's younger than me. She said, yo, they got a restaurant at that hotel. You guys can eat downstairs. It's pretty good. And she even said, yo, that restaurant turns into a club at night on the weekends.
Oh, shit.
We're like, cool. So we went there. We ate. I tried Was it calamari?
Really?
Yeah, it was nephew sent it in the video.
Oh, okay. That's right. That's right.
So I took a big step.
And what'd you think?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Fuck.
So I dropped off after we ate. Dropped off nephew at his spot. Came back. We got ready. We decided to Uber to the restaurant where this birthday party is going to be.
Okay.
So we Ubered there, and it was a restaurant that had like a private area. They had a bar, and standing tables. They're not sit downs. The bar
like
size.
Bar stuff.
They're round tables that you stand around.
Right.
Dude, now this party was off the hook. Open bar.
Wow.
Yeah, this must have cost a pretty penny. So maybe 50, 75, 100 people there. I'm not 100% sure. It was a lot of people there. So they're coming around with hors d'oeuvres, throughout the entire evening. He wasn't there yet, of course, obviously.
Right.
And he was totally surprised. Now, when he came, everybody was quiet. He thought he was having dinner with his neighbor, which is one of his good friends now, and that neighbor's father, who he gets along with.
Okay.
So they went to the restaurant, and then it was sliding doors that they closed in the middle.
Right.
So they opened them,
The
and he
accordion
walked
doors
in.
or whatever?
Yeah, and he was surprised, totally surprised. So he's going around, he's in shock, seeing people, and we were kind of like tucked in in a corner, for lack of a better description,
right?
And we weren't facing him; we were hiding our faces. And so he's, maybe a minute or two at the most. He's, seeing people, saying hello, totally surprised. And then the DJ gets on the microphone. He goes, "Domingo, we got a surprise for you. Some people came out to see you," and he puts on California Love.
Oh, that's dope.
And it's like everybody kind of like stepped aside, and we kind of turned around, and then he saw us all there.
That's the way they treat people from California. Yeah. That's the way it should be wherever we go. Just to let you know, if you're listening to this from another city, we ever come around, it's just how you got to get down.
So it was a really good night. We had a really good time.
How excited was he to see you?
He was very excited.
Because when was the last time you saw your Uncle Domingo?
Good question. 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, when my grandmother died, we took her ashes out to the East Coast to bury him, and we stayed with him.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
Wow. So 4 years. Yeah. Because next he came down here.
A week later, he had already planned to come out here.
Oh.
So he had no idea. You know how, because we used to speak every day.
Okay.
Monday through Friday. With his job, he used to work for an insurance company, auto insurance. And what his job was, he would have to drive to persons' homes that were involved in accidents.
So like an adjuster.
Correct.
Okay.
And he'd go to their house, take pictures of the car, talk to them, then go back to his car and write it all up on his laptop.
Okay.
While he was doing that, we would speak. He would call me, we'd chop it up while I was working, while he was working. This was daily, Monday through Friday.
Oh, wow.
He got a different job, so we don't really talk that often anymore. But the few times that we did speak, it was hard for me to remember not to mention going.
Oh,
For example, when he told me that he was coming out, he was taking the same flight we took, but opposite.
Oh, okay.
So he was like, yeah, so we leave on Sunday night, a Friday night. We leave at, he goes, I think it's at 9. And I was about to say, yeah, it's at 9 because that's the flight we're taking when we're
so
going.
he flew back with you guys?
No.
Oh.
But the daily, it's the same.
It's the same
same
flights.
times,
Gotcha.
same flights. So I knew exactly what he was talking about.
Got it.
So again, it was just hard not to
Yeah.
yeah. So my daughter, sometimes she was putting stuff on social media saying she was going to New York. And I was like, yo, you gotta squash that, because we can't. She's like, he don't follow me or nothing like that. I said, don't matter. It's not gonna be our fault if something slips and he finds out.
Right.
I don't want it to have anything to do with it being our fault.
Right.
So nope, squash all that. It's got to be a surprise. So yeah, he was totally surprised. That night ended. And so when we went back to the hotel, sure enough, that restaurant was a club, kid.
Really?
And again, it was our age group.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice. It wasn't packed. You know what I'm saying?
So you guys left one party to go to another.
Yeah, my kids, believe it or not, they were like, "No, we're going to the room. We'll see you later."
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because they were tired or because they didn't want to hear your guys' music anymore?
No, combination of both.
Right.
Had it been hip hop, like today's hip hop, because the reason I say today's, it was hip hop from the 80s.
Right. The good shit.
Yeah. So it was the good shit, but it's not necessarily what we would listen to.
Okay.
We would prefer like the Stevie B and the Cover Girls all night long, but it wasn't. It was more of the EPMD and
the New York stuff.
Yeah. So, but they did sprinkle in the freestyle,
Okay.
which was cool. My wife and I danced to that, But it was more like we were able to sit down. We weren't bumping into people. The service was good. Because again, not a lot of people. Wasn't hot. It was a nice time.
Wow. That's dope.
Yeah, it was.
Look, we're 2 hours in, and we've covered like 3 days. So we're gonna leave you at that. And then next time we come back next week, we'll pick up where we left off on our way back, or Tony and his family on the way back from New York, and then we'll go from there.
Word.
Cool? Any final notes? Any birthdays?
Oh, yeah.
Any shout-outs you got to catch up on?
Oh, yeah. Let's start with our buddy Manuel. I don't know if you heard. Condolences to his family.
Oh, his grandmother, right?
His uncle.
His uncle.
His uncle, Chepo, died in an accident. I actually spoke to him today.
Oh, wow.
That's how I found out. His uncle was a cool cat. I think he wanted to beat your ass one night, if I remember correctly.
I don't remember that.
No?
But if I was partying with Manuel and somebody wanted to beat my ass, I was probably drunk beyond belief. So it's plausible.
Condolences out to his family. Speaking of Manuel, though, he adopted a dog. Puppy.
Oh, I saw that on Facebook.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, or Instagram, one of the two. Sending it to like obedience classes or some shit.
Yeah. I guess a puppy was doing what a puppy does, and they didn't want to deal with it. And funny thing is, it was the last of the litter that the people who were giving the puppies away.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to take it. So his wife like really felt bad for the puppy, and she was like, "Yo, I want it." And he was like, "Yo, we already got 2 dogs." And she's like, I want the dog, and he was like, he lost that battle.
Wow.
So the dog was tearing shit up, so they sent it to puppy school. And so now the puppy's back. And he said it's gotten a lot smarter, but it's one of those things that you got to constantly still work because they'll forget those teachings. But what cracked me up was she named the dog Annie. Orphan Annie.
Okay.
Because she felt it was like orphan. So he's telling me, he's like, yeah, that's real good, because I'm Manny and I got a dog named Annie. So it's like my neighbor's going to be like, there's Manny walking Annie, that type of shit. But, it's a puppy. So she'll get over it. She'll get over her puppiness at one point.
Right.
Anyways, March 20th.
Okay.
Ivan's son, James, turned 20. So happy birthday, James.
Happy birthday.
It's wow, over a month late. My niece's daughter, Alea turned 4 on the 1st of April. Happy birthday, Alea.
Do you remember turning 4?
No.
I don't either.
Our buddy Robert turned 48 on the 2nd of April.
Wow.
So happy birthday, Robert.
Happy birthday.
And he's got a sister, a younger sister, so it's not like they're twins, but she was born on the same day. So his sister Memory, happy birthday, Memory. We missed our boy Mojo. His birthday was the 6th of April.
Holy shit.
So Mojo turned 52, catching up to me.
Woo.
So happy birthday, Mojo.
Yeah.
Jesse, my niece Jackie's boyfriend.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, fiance. He turned 38 on the 7th of April. So happy birthday,
Yeah,
Jesse.
a lot of April birthdays.
Oh, yeah. The girl, nephew's cousin, that my daughter, she opened up her house to my daughter when she was in the LA area.
Oh, yeah.
Elsa, she turned, her birthday was the 8th of April. Well, she's still young enough. She's 26, so she wouldn't mind that being
Yeah,
out
it's not
there.
a big deal.
Yeah. My brother-in-law, Phil, he turned 60
woo!
on the 11th of April, so happy birthday, Phil. Robert's granddaughter, Anea, turned 7 on the 11th of April.
Wow.
April is a big month.
Yeah.
That's 4. So July, dude.
4th of July, people will be
Yeah.
Star Spangled Bannering
I
it
guess
up.
so, man. April's big.
It's all them hot dogs.
Griselda's daughter, Erica, turned 18 on the 18th of April. Oh, my
Wow.
goodness. She's graduating high school this year. Nice. James's wife, Jolie. Her birthday was actually Sunday, the 30th. Happy birthday, Jolie. Now we get to May. Tomorrow. So they're listening to this today. Happy birthday to my goddaughter, Erica. Happy birthday, Erica.
Happy birthday.
Her mother, my cousin Ermin, they share a birthday.
Okay.
So she's listening. Happy birthday,
birthday.
Ermin. It's your birthday today. Both of you, happy birthday. Erica's sister, nephew's sister, Christina.
Jesus. Okay.
Her fiance's birthday is the 6th of this month. He's turning 40.
Wow.
Oh, he's Sergio. Happy birthday, Sergio. Turning a big 4-0. And the homie Andre,
Big Dre.
Big Dre, on the 8th turns 49.
Wow. I didn't know he was that much. Like, there was such a big age disparity. I thought.
I had 3 years, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess that's right. Well, 3 for you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday with your last year before turning 50, kid.
Yeah,
That's
better
a big
enjoy
deal.
it, dog.
Yeah.
Because all kinds of things are going to start hurting next year. More than what hurt already. Trust. All right. Hey, you guys, thank you so much for tuning back in, checking us out. Did I let you get them all?
Yes.
We appreciate it. Love you guys, and we'll be back soon.